Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Bob here at the Vitality Project with my partner, Jason Reno. Great to see you, Jason. Yeah, tonight's a little bit of a departure. We've just completed our first year of daily video and blog posts, and just finished
not quite a year.
Okay, close to a year. I'm calling it a year because we finished a series and we're getting ready to embark on some new things. And Jason is going to announce some of these updates, and we'll talk about them for a few minutes tonight. And just want to welcome everybody. Jason, I pressed the banner, but it doesn't look like it's going through.
Did you hit show when you click on banner? Did you hit the show button, or it says show or something?
I just have a banner. I don't see a show button, my friend. Let's see, try another one. I don't know why it's not. I've just got the banner thing, and if there's something for show, I don't see it.
That's not a big deal. Let me just set this. Give me 2 seconds here, please. So basically, well, I mean, why don't we touch on kind of the reasoning for switching over? We're going from rolling out of bed with Dr. Bob. We're going into a new series.
Check this out. Check this out.
Oh, there you go. You got it. Perfect.
Took me a second to find it. Sorry about that. Yeah.
So we're going into a new series, and this was largely your idea. I mean, do you want to touch on that for a second?
Well, we've got a lot of new ideas for this next year, not the least of which is we're going to begin creating workshops. There'll be workshops that will be offered regularly. We're going to start with one in July, and we're going to be presenting workshops that are not only for individuals who themselves are in recovery from addiction, but also for loved ones of those who are in recovery, as well as treatment providers for those who are in recovery. We're wanting to touch as many bases as possible. So we'll be taking all the information that we've been working all year long, but honing it in a very concentrated way. And we'll have these 2-hour workshops. We're going to start one in July on Saturday morning and invite everybody to come to that. And the goal is to get hands-on with the material. We've been longing to have more of an interactive quality with the Vitality Project, and this moves us fully in that direction. And so that's a start. We'll be continuing also with a daily post, but we're going to be shifting the focus of the daily post from rolling out of bed with Dr. Bob. I was teasing with Jason earlier today. It'll be rolling into lunch with Dr. Bob. We'll actually
it just depends. It just depends on when it gets posted. It's just not necessarily guaranteed in the morning, and in that way, you know, Dr. Bob felt a little more comfortable in a collared shirt and a jacket versus robe. So you know, it's a little easier on everybody, I guess, right?
I hope so. And we'll be continuing with the idea. We've got a new title. Jason, do you have the title handy in front of you? If not, I can look it up.
So yes, I do have it pretty handy. We'll see who pulls it up first, huh? I got it pretty close in my head. Daily Thoughts to Free Yourself and Others is the name of the new series that we're coming out. So basically we have all 250 of the Rolling Out of Bed with Dr. Bob's, all anywhere from 5 to some of them are 10 to 12-minute videos, along with an accompanying post or content or reading material. All 250 of those are on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page as well. Plus there's some additional things to go along with them if you're a member there, and if you're part of the private groups. Anybody that hasn't joined, please, membership's free. Just jump in and join, and you get some additional benefits. And then what we're trying to do, as Dr. Bob mentioned, we're structuring it more of, you know, thought-provoking ideas on a daily basis surrounding addiction of all kinds. And then as well, we're going to still continue with the lives just like this, but we're going to work on getting more guests to come on with us. So rather than just the two of us or Dr. Bob, really mix it up with the guests, and then strongly encourage the members only meetings, which will be a couple times a week, which will be held via Zoom, but then you can come in and engage with Dr. Bob directly and other members, and really have some good quality, you know, member only meetings via Zoom that are, you know, offline and not live. As well as Dr. Bob had mentioned, we have a workshop planned. We'll, you know, more on that, but it'll be Saturday in late July, a couple hours, very minimal cost, I think $10 or something like that. It'll be well worth it, and, you know, probably worth 10 times that. But
Yeah.
all these changes, just trying to really bring more value, more impact, and more meaning to what we're doing here.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great summary. Thank you. I noticed that Angela, one of our very active contributors, including the Facebook Live, just joined us. And thank you, Angela. We're excited about these new changes as well. I've spoken to Angela, and you have too, Jason. And so she's been very much a part of cultivating some of these new ideas, and we're excited about it. Jason, I just lost you. Jason? I guess it's me. I don't know what Jason just did. I think Jason accidentally pressed a button and it sent him into orbit. He'll be back with us in a minute. I'll keep my eyes peeled. But here he comes. Here he comes.
Sorry, there you go. I'm doing
Did you press the eject button?
Well, I'm doing this on my I'm on my phone right now, so I can still watch it and everything. Keep an eye on it, and then. You mentioned Angela made a comment, so I mean I could see the comments, but then I apparently hit the wrong button and obviously disconnected. Whoops.
I figured that's exactly what happened. What I didn't appreciate is the fact that you're doing all this on an iPhone, which is amazing to me. You're a better man than I in terms of coordinating something that small. So that's good.
Well, with this new software that we're using, I can come on as a guest on an iPhone, but you as the host need to be on a PC. You can't host from a phone.
Well,
but anyways,
thank goodness for that. I'm really looking forward to this. I do feel like, even though we started officially in August of last year, beginning to develop material, and we launched the Vitality Project formally in January, I feel like that we really began cooking on this right about this time last year. Began to create posts, began to video record those, began to post those. And I feel like we're coming up on a year, and I feel like it's been an incredibly productive year. I'm really, my date for the post goes back to, I think, of August of last year. So we're nearing that, and it's been quite a year, to say the very least.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've, we have a couple hundred members now, over a couple hundred members now.
That's great.
So
that's good.
Between, engaging with them in the emails, and I think about half of them are in the private group. On Facebook, and those that don't choose to go there are still watching videos on YouTube, or they're they receive the emails in the morning. So it's really it's nice that we have so many options, or that it's people are able to choose how they can engage with us. There's not only one one avenue.
Yeah, Jason and I were talking earlier.
You can be completely confidential the entire time.
Yeah. Jason and I were talking earlier today, and I don't think I mentioned it to you this at the time, Jason. I know that you're aware that we've got people in companion projects or companion initiatives really connecting with our material at Vitality Project. I spoke at length this morning to John Dupuy, who's the founder of Integral Recovery Institute, and is the primary author in the field of holistic recovery. His book, Integral Recovery, is the single best introduction to a holistic approach to recovery that I know of. I recommend to every client I work with. Anyway, I was on the phone with John. We're dear friends. And I was on the phone this morning with John, and he was extending appreciation, Jason, for all the work that you and I have done. He just says this material is, his perspective, he operates with what's called integral recovery, which is basically a holistic approach with the map, is how he says it. And he says he feels like the Vitality Project is the best example out there of an integral recovery model put into practice. So when we talk about everything from, it's really, really very cool. When we talk about everything from medical perspectives on addiction to psychological to spiritual, looking at nutrition and exercise and looking at even social-cultural factors. Michael Morar and I on Saturday mornings focus really on that whole domain. That's a huge domain because it's in fact it's the key in his program. It's really up right now with all of the outcry going on societally. Also with COVID right now, you've got a huge phenomenon of massive addiction epidemic made worse by that. And so that's something that Michael and I talk about. At any rate, we talk about addiction from every possible angle. And it was wonderful to talk with the father of this field to say, we're doing it. That was great.
That's very nice. And yes, he's been very generous with encouraging a lot of his followers to join. I think a portion of our members are definitely because of him.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Very thankful.
For sure. Yeah.
I was just going to say something now. I completely brain farted.
It's Friday. It'll come back to you. Our groups that we have two private groups that meet.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What I was going to say is also with Vitality Project on top with John Dupuy, but we're also trying to open it up into other avenues where we Vitality Project can go in and add value and benefit to schools, organizations, employers, other treatment centers, things like that, where since we have so much content now built up and we've been able to streamline it and deliver it on a basis, we are able to customize it and allow it so large employers that have 500, 1,000, or heck, even an employer that has 10 people can benefit from this. So it's really nice to be able to now kind of have it packaged and have all of that back in there that we can really deliver a good value to people.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. It's your work, Jason. You've been working behind the scenes all year long, creating content, getting us connected up to the various media, everything from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram to YouTube, etc. And it's really having an impact. As you all know, who've been here in the last couple of weeks, we've now connected with a group out of South Africa. This is Cara Bear. Cara Bear's Lockdown Open Up is engaged with us. We're in conversation with representatives in Central Europe right now about opening up a Vitality Project arm or extension in Central Europe. We have clients and group members from all around the planet, and it's really quite extraordinary. And I credit the man that you're looking at here, Jason, and his associate Adam, for getting all this stuff linked into technology. Because if it wasn't for you, well, we know what it would be. It would not be worldwide, that's for sure.
It's a work in progress. We're definitely getting better as we go. That's for sure.
Yeah. Want to invite all of you to consider joining us this next year. Join the Vitality Project. It's free, and it's free into the future. We have no intentions of charging for Vitality Project. We'll be offering special bonuses. These workshops will give you a chance to meet and concentrate. But everything that Jason and I have talked about in terms of daily posts, we have a discussion forum that's available and very active 24/7. We have private groups that meet each week. You can archive all of this material, and all of that's available and organized by Jason on our Vitality Project site. So I really invite you to join, invite friends and family. We're not just working with individuals who are in recovery from addiction. We're working with their family members. And we're not only working with recovery from addiction to substance, we're using the idea of addiction in its root sense, that addiction of any kind represents enslavement. It can be to drugs. It can be to any kind of behavior that's excessive and costing us a pound of flesh. It can even be to attitudes. And so we're really wanting to open this up. My attitude from the very beginning, Jason, is that we're talking about recovery for everyone. And the idea is what you're recovering is your best potential to be the best self you can be. So that's the spirit of this. And we're going to be continuing to move full on this next year. So I want to invite all of you to join us if you haven't joined us, and invite your family and friends to join too, because the more the merrier, honestly.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Is there anything else? I
think we're good for tonight. I'm glad this technology is working. We even have a banner going. I wish you a good weekend, my friend. Okay, by the way, come back tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
11 a.m., right?
Angela, who's with us tonight, Angela will be joining us. In fact, let me check. There's a comment here. It's from Angela. Thank you, Angela. Angela says the Vitality Project is the best example of a holistic, integral approach for addiction.
You can bring her, go over to the comments. You can bring it up on the screen, I think.
Bam!
See that?
That's great. Oh, thank you, Angela. This is awesome. I'm loving this.
Now you're just getting fancy with it.
Oh, well, with your help. Thank you, Angela. Come back. You see a picture of Angela there. Come back tomorrow and join us at 11 o'clock Pacific time for another Facebook Live event. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, our Vitality Project group will be meeting, the private group. Join us, become a member, and come join us in our group. And more to follow these next weeks. It's going to be exciting times.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
Day, buddy. We'll talk to you
soon.
All right. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Angela. Bye-bye, Jason. See everybody.